This was yesterday. With the Indian Ocean as background, contact racing between Paul Meillat and Jérémy Bayou, still deprived of his satellite antenna.
En fait, Jérémy.
In fact, Jeremy can't send you images anymore. Now, since he's right next to me, let me try to call him. Maître Coq, SMA calling. Yes, SMA, this is Maître Coq. Jeremy, I'm doing a little film right now. Oh, are you? Well, that's nice of you. Listen, pass my hello to the Earth. I'm actually filming myself right now, but this is material I won't show until after arrival. Sorry, huh? You won't see your boat on the 8 o'clock news. Sympathetic exchange between these two opponents fighting for 4th place. Behind this duet at more than 300 miles, Yann Eliès gives us a totally different vision of the Indian Ocean, wild and beautiful as the South can be. The sea is surging a little now. Behind the trail, a beautiful light. It's a beautiful end of the day lighting. All right, I'll let you enjoy this for a few more seconds. I have to say, it's quite something. At the very head of the fleet, Hugo Boss disappears into the night. And at nighttime, Alex Thomson is a predator who doesn't hesitate to confide.
Hi everyone, well it's 6 o'clock. You can see it's already pitch black. It's a little bit stressful. You certainly feel isolated when you're down here. You know there's nobody to rescue you, nobody to help you. You're miles away from land. And I think down here, certainly I always feel that you need to be careful. Don't want to push too hard, don't want to break something. So that's what I plan to do. Stay conservative, try and nip at Armel's heels if I can. I'm on the port jibe, so no foil on this side. And see if I can stay in touch until we get to starboard, and then I can do something about it. So feeling positive, all happy, well fed, well rested. Bit chilly though. Hope all's good with you.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Vendee Globe Live. We're here from Paris HQ of the Vendee Globe at the foot of the Eiffel Tower. It's November the 29th, the 24th day of racing, and well, we've got a 7th boat in the Indian Ocean. Jean-Pierre Dick on Saint-Michel-Verbach past the Cape of Good Hope at 9:15 UTC this morning. He's completed that passage from Les Sables d'Olonne, the start, in 22 days and 21 hours. Now, that might be 5 days behind Alex Thomson's time, but amazingly, he was actually 2 hours quicker than the time that it took Armel Lecléache in 2012 to complete that passage. So, on my right, I must start by introducing Shota Kanda, from the Spirit of Yuko team. Welcome, Shota.
Thank you, Will.
We'll be speaking to Shota in just a second, but we start the show today with this video from Conrad Coleman, who's been making the most of a little bit of time to carry out some boat maintenance while the winds are light. Have a look at this.
1, 2, 3. It's just a beautiful day for a swim, really.
Et voilà, un petit plongée pour vérifier que tout va bien.
Fantastic stuff there from Conrad Coleman. Brilliant video, just showing him diving off the boat there. We've also been sent this tweet overnight. Fantastic bit of comedy from the French cartoonist Denis, who sends us this, this cartoon that he's drawn of, now that's showing Kojiro Shirashai there, struggling to communicate perhaps with the boats around him, and I'm thankful that we've got Shota Kanda in the studio today, and we can ask Shota. I mean, obviously it's a bit of humour, it's a bit funny, but it's a kind of serious point. How does Kojiro communicate when he's out at sea?
Well, actually, he doesn't really speak English nor French, but really he always says this. But he says that if he doesn't speak even though he doesn't speak the language, he can make himself understand and understand the other guys from a communication with a heart-to-heart communication. So I mean relationship. So really, if it is that way, it's. He understands a little bit, but it's kind of hard, I think, for him as well. That's why he needs me, maybe.
Well, I mean, he's out in that amazingly tight group of boats at the moment. They're split by just a couple of 100 miles. I think 10 boats there. He must just be taking heart in having boats around him.
Yeah, he's really enjoying it. At first he was a little surprised that all the boats were together really around. I mean, after the equator. But now he's really enjoying it, and he's saying that this is safe for him as well to be navigating in this type of situation, and also he likes it because he knows if he's a little slow or he knows if he's fast because he has a quick feedback from the other boats.
Yeah. Now, we were actually hoping to speak to Kajiro today. He was on the French live show, but he's had to disappear. Shota, just explain the circumstances.
Yeah, so I mean, he was on the French live, and he showed us. We couldn't really see it because the image was a little blurry, but Fabrice Amedeo was right behind him. And then right after the show, he had to put up his A3 sail to be faster, so that he doesn't lose a spot on Fabrice. Yeah.
So I mean, we'll let him off not being on today's show. We'll hopefully get him another day when he's got a little bit less on. It sounds like things are very, very close out on the race course at the moment. Now, just tell us, Shota, he's had a bit of maintenance to do himself, Kajiro, at the moment. I understand he's been up the mast.
Yeah, exactly. So first week of the race, the wind sensor broke. One of the wind sensor, he has two, and one of it broke, and then he was always trying to find some time to go up the mast when the wind was steady and whatnot. And this was this morning, actually. He called me at 7 this morning to tell him that he'll go up the mast and repair all that. So and then I mean, it took him about an hour and 30 minutes to do all the repair of the wind sensor, and so far it works, he says. So let's just cross fingers.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's see. I think we can take a quick look at what the race course is looking like today with this 3D animation. At the front of the fleet, Alex Thomson hanging on to Armel Leclerc, just 22 miles separating them. 500 miles back, Sebastian Josse cutting a lowly figure in third place. Paul Maillard, Jeremy Bayou in fourth and fifth, continuing their Southern Ocean match race today. They're just a few miles apart. Jan Ellis in sixth place, 1,300 miles behind the leaders there. As we mentioned earlier, Jean-Pierre Dick, he's now into the Indian Ocean, leading that trio of boats there. He's past the Cape of Good Hope. We expect Thomas Rion, Jean Le Cam to pass that milestone later today. Quito de Bavon there in 10th, making 14 knots this morning. And then we come to that big group of 10 boats, still battling it out in the San Helena High. Louis Burton leading that pack in 11th. Conrad Coleman 30 miles to the north of that group, Rich Wilson to the west 150 miles, and the furthest boat north 200 miles away, Eric Bellion. Things starting to look up for them today with boat speeds up to 10 knots. Well, one man who's charging ahead right at the front of the fleet, just a few miles behind Armel Leclerc, is Alex Thomson. He sent us this video update.
Hi everyone, well it's 6 o'clock. You can see it's already pitch black, but I have gone past 50 east, so the days are changing. All's good on board, Hugo Boss. Currently ahead of the front, and wind should be slowly increasing. It's 18 to 24 knots at the moment, sailing with the A3 and the full mainsail, so it's a little bit stressful. I'm getting ready to change sails, put reefs in as the wind builds. It's really cold now. Hat, plenty of layers, no heating inside. You certainly feel isolated when you're down here. You know there's nobody to rescue you, nobody to help you. You're miles away from land. The only thing around you are birds and albatrosses. I love albatrosses, but even so, you definitely feel isolated. And I think down here, certainly I always feel that you need to be careful. Don't want to push too hard, don't want to break something. So that's what I plan to do. Stay conservative, try and nip at Armel's heels if I can. I'm on the port jibe, so no foil on this side. And see if I can stay in touch until we get to starboard, and then I can do something about it. So feeling positive, all happy, well fed, well rested. Bit chilly though. Hope all's good with you.
Well, it's a bit chilly here in Paris as well, but probably not quite as cold as it is with Alex Thomson there. Let's have a quick look at the weather. Let's see what it's doing out on the racecourse. Here, obviously, we can see the front of the group. Armel Leclerc and Alex Thomson there in 20 knots of breeze from the south at the moment, but you can see they're being forced down against that exclusion zone by that high-pressure system that's building to their northeast, that blue area. Seb Joss there, just about to be scooped up by that depression that Paul Mayer and Jeremy Bayou are riding. Now, looking at the back of the fleet, we can see that big group of sailors just about to make it out of the San Helena High, that big area of no wind right in the centre of the screen. Winds steadily building, but what a difference 24 hours is going to make. That depression in the bottom left of the screen, that's moving northeast, and that's bringing winds of 35 knots. Well, Shota, 35 knots of wind on the way for Koji. How is he setting up for that?
Well, actually, part of what he did today, going up the mast, was also to do a checkup on all the aerials stuff that he has on the mast. He did all the check for the mast. He did a full thorough check in the boat as well to prepare for the big south and the high winds. He's really looking forward to it, and it's been 10 years that he hasn't gone into the Southern Oceans, but he's enjoying it, and really the fact that they're all together in the same big group of 10 boats is he's feeling good about this, because if there is a problem on either one of the boats, someone close up could come and rescue them. So really, that's he's always saying that, but he's really relieved to be in there.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that after such a long time spent sailing in such light winds, I mean, those guys have been stuck for days. I imagine actually it's going to be quite welcome to have a bit of breeze.
Yeah, he's a little relieved now that he's going to get some wind. Actually, we were talking a few days ago that he had one of the easiest doldrum passing in his career. But right after the period of no wind and whatnot was so hard, and really yesterday he had a minor problem with his mainsail, with a pin going up out of the mainsail of the car, and he had to do a little bit of repair. But he said he was thinking that maybe this was caused by the period of no wind and the sail just not having full potential. So maybe this is what happened. But he's quite happy to get some wind and some steady winds.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly going to be a really interesting time ahead. Keep watching over the next few days. Well, that brings to an end another Vendee Globe live show. Thank you everyone for tuning in around the world. We'll be back the same time tomorrow, 1 p.m. UTC. Until then, I'm going to leave you with this video sent to us by Jan Elias. He is doing some fantastic sailing through the Indian Ocean. This is what it looks like from the back of his boat. Until then, bye-bye.
À bord le Kéguinaire. Allez, il commence à y avoir un peu de mer là. Derrière la traîne, une belle lumière. Et sais pas si vous les voyez, quelques oiseaux, l'albatros dans le sillage.